Happy Halloweenies! It's Mama's Comedy Show.
Hey, cousin audience, it's me, Cousin Todd, with Mama's Comedy Show. And with me is Cousin Andrew.
Hello.
And Cousin Ali.
Hello.
And Cousin Jason.
Hello!
Hi.
How you guys doing?
Oh, doing pretty good. Hey.
So, Ali,
Yes?
what the fuck is on your face?
It's part of my costume. That's what's on my face.
And explain your costume.
Well, everyone's listening. You're not going to know, so
Right,
you can't
gotta
see
paint
me.
a visual picture.
Okay, so let's start. I shaved my pubes.
Okay, no. You clearly look like Bob Ross, but you're like Bob Ross if a cat.
Yes, so I have my nose is black. I've got whiskers.
You are 2%.
And on
racist.
the forehead it says Ross. So I am Bob Ross Geller.
Yeah.
Because in the movie Friends, this is what he had on his face.
They
When
made
he
a
was
movie of
in
that TV
Vegas.
show?
In the TV show Friends, when he went to Vegas, him and Rachel, they ended up drunk and getting married. But on that episode, he painted on her face. He drew on her face. It wouldn't come off. So then she painted on his face, and then they went downstairs. And this is what it is. So I'm Bob Ross Geller.
So, all right. So
Very
you're
nice. I have a hot take. I hated Friends.
Yeah, Friends is a terrible show. Awful show.
I watched every episode.
I'm going to say I beg to differ since it's going to be in sitcom forever and syndication.
Right.
So,
Sure.
Also,
so I'm going to say it's not an awful show. It's probably one of the greatest shows of all time. No. You don't think it is, and that's
That's true.
okay.
That's true.
What I'm giving you are facts. It's going to go down as
I
one of
see.
the greatest shows because it is always in syndication. It's like Seinfeld.
Right.
I think Seinfeld sucks.
Oh, I love Seinfeld.
But I would never say that Seinfeld is a shitty show because obviously it's not.
but you can. It's a lot of fun. You should try it.
Yeah, it's a good time.
It's a lot of fun.
So that's what it is.
I remember when I was dating my ex, she loved Friends so much.
Yeah.
She
Oh,
loved
now
it.
we know why. You're the
And-
Stephen A. Smith.
What she hated, is she would sit down because it's one of those things. People who watch Friends don't just watch Friends once and then they're done.
Right.
They watch Friends 150,000 times.
Yeah.
Like just it's
That's right.
background.
Yeah.
But
And they live their lives by it.
she was watching Friends every night, and what drove her crazy is that the start of the show, when they do their jokes, the formula was so precise that you could go, that's what they're going to end the show on. This
Yeah.
show is going to end with Joey making a joke about that. And then every time the end of the show would happen and Joey says the dumb thing that I
Right.
called like 22 minutes ago, I would just look at her and go, And she was mad at me. And I was like, don't be mad at me.
It's formula.
What's awesome is, because of a girlfriend, I said, hey, I would watch Friends if you watched Simpsons. Well, we watched Friends and didn't watch Simpsons, but I watched every episode, and
So-
I hated it.
So she cucked you. Well, here's the
Yeah,
thing, dude.
she did cuck me.
Here's
She
why
cucked
you
me.
hated it. It wasn't because the show was shit. You were getting fucked over by your girlfriend right
Oh,
now. She
that's
didn't hold
true.
up her end of the bargain. So you
Well-
already had a chip on your shoulder. You didn't want to be there. You weren't in the right mindset.
She did the same thing with, she said also with The Office, but I love that.
So let
hell
me
out of
answer. How long were you guys together?
a year.
This is on you. This is on you. Like you let that shit happen.
But no, it's good though. I'm glad I've watched all of it, so I can be like, yeah, I hate the show. The show's boring.
It's
terrible.
not like something that I've never seen and that I don't like the idea of.
Just
so I'm
straight
like,
ignorance. You don't have.
yeah.
You're not ignorant about it.
Yeah.
You're just like
I saw it. Let me say, you're right. It's not a terrible show. I just don't find it very funny.
Yeah.
And I did like Seinfeld though.
Yeah, love
Seinfeld I thought was very funny. And Curb Your Enthusiasm, woo!
Oh,
That's another one
great.
I haven't been able to really get into yet.
Oh.
It's just too long.
Uncomfortable.
Make
Too
that
long.
30 minutes, man. 30 minutes. It's all
Yeah, they're
30
like,
minutes.
aren't they like 22
No, they're
minutes
an
shows?
hour.
Are they?
Are they an hour?
Yeah, they're like an hour.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
I love it. Just uncomfortable. It's like
Todd, what are you putting in your mouth?
dots.
These nuts.
Oh,
It's Halloween time, so there's candy everywhere.
oh.
guys, that's why if you hear a mouth full of stuff in Todd, he's eating.
Wait, what?
while-
What?
Well,
Mouth.
we know it's not from Jason.
Yeah,
That's true.
Jason, tell everyone what's going on.
I can't come. Yeah.
Everyone
you.
applaud that.
Thank
Applaud
You
you.
want
that.
to treat it? Let's treat this like since Melanie's not here for the podcast.
Okay.
And
Let's
Here's a sex move. Nothing. There it is.
Are you?
It's
but
called
you're
the
still-
poof.
You're still performing. You just don't get the confetti at the end.
You know when Wile E. Coyote falls and leaves that cloud?
That's it. Yeah.
Because see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. See, I went through something very similar, almost probably the exact same thing. It's a side effect.
Yeah, but that's from the cock ring.
Yes. And so I would just fuck forever. And then finally, eventually my assistant was like, can we be done? I was like, yeah, we're good.
Oh, man, that sounds terrible. So sorry for you.
Well, I know. I bet you your assistant's not complaining.
So you were going through a dry spell?
No, well, kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Kinda. Very much so. It just wouldn't go. It wouldn't go.
No, not even a.
No, you
like,
don't get
literally
an explosion.
Just no
Nothing.
ending.
No ending. Wow.
No ending.
It's the song
you'll
that
get
never
the-
ends.
You'll get the little tickle.
This is the fuck
it's about
that
to, yeah, and
never
then it doesn't happen.
ends.
Yeah, I use the analogy.
sucks.
It's like you're in line for this really cool new ride, and you're going through it. Oh, that's so awesome! Oh, I can't wait to get on the ride because look how awesome the line is. Get in there. You go there, and then somebody opens the door. Like here you go, and you go through the door, and then you're outside.
It sucks.
And you're like,
It sucks. I've been there.
oh, there's
I had
You
to-
get
I had
back
to-
in line.
I had to get off the meds. I'm like, I'm done. I
Yeah.
can't do this.
you got to recover a little bit. You still have to do the recovery.
Oh,
Just because you're tired, you're winded.
wow.
Yeah,
Guys,
I mean, really.
I hope I never
Look,
come
I'm
nothing.
on a new medicine, and
What's the name of it?
We've been really.
You don't have to say that. You don't have to.
We've been we've been busy for the last week and a half. Haven't been able to, have any fun time. And
you're
I was
taking
like,
those extends.
And somebody was telling me,
What's the address on the pill
you
bottle?
you can't finish on this stuff. And I'm like, come on, I haven't. The only side effect I really have is I've been like tired. So
And the phone number?
I'm like, you know what? I want to. So I did a little test drive by myself.
Yeah.
You put matters into
By
your own
myself.
hands.
Yeah, what were you watching?
Pictures of Andrew streaming
it's his
Omnigun,
Twitch.
Gunn, on Amazon Prime.
Omnicom.
Oh my
He was
God.
playing Dead by Daylight, and let me just tell you, I was dead by the time you started.
Yeah, I feel like you're always playing Dead by Daylight. That
love
seems
that
to be
game.
like your number one.
I
I don't
love
even know
that
what the
game.
fuck that game is.
It's basically a collection of horror killers from movies and their
versus
own
like it's 4 survivors.
4 survivors,
Yeah.
4 people running around trying to get a gen and doors open so they can leave. It's a good time.
Do you remember the video game Left 4 Dead?
That's my favorite game.
Oh, it's kind of like that.
Yeah, except it's not first person.
No, it's not kind of like that.
I've played it. Yeah, because you're only
Yeah.
really going against one person.
You get to shoot
Yeah.
in Left 4 Dead. Dead by Daylight.
Oh,
Yeah.
you don't get to shoot in Dead
And
by-
this, it would be like if the 4 of us were out in like the parking lot behind the building right now, or
Yeah.
a bigger area.
Yeah.
And Josh was Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
You are.
And we have no weapons, but we're locked in this one enclosed kind of courtyard.
Right.
And we have to get generators running so that we can power open the doors while he's trying to find us.
And then after all that, you can't come. And that's what I'm trying to get to.
And then if you're on the hook, we all try to get you off.
Yeah.
Oh.
That is true. Yeah, if the killer gets you, they put you on this giant meat hook.
Yeah.
And you're still alive. So
Oh.
the other characters can come like
They can come.
they can come.
They can
Yes.
and they get you off.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So that's I think I found the cure, honey.
Come.
By Fabergé.
All right, we found the name of tonight's podcast episode.
Coming and going.
Yeah. So tonight's our Halloween show, our torture show.
Yes. So I described my costume. Will you guys describe yours?
Well, I had said earlier on that I didn't want to wear anything like you went full on face paint
Yeah, you
and
did.
wig and
Chains.
I just didn't want anything that was going to affect performing.
My
And Melanie,
performance.
she's not here yet, but she already went, I don't know if I'm going to be able to walk.
Oh my God.
And so
Such a turd.
I got this shirt that says Dick's Morning Wood Service. And you can see
Your dick.
Yep.
my name is Dick, so it just says Dick.
Yeah.
So that's my costume.
And then on the back, you have a log,
Need wood.
2 logs that look like wood or like a
It
penis.
looks like a penis.
Yeah. Yeah, so mine is a dick joke.
Okay.
Andrew?
I am a SWAT.
A SWAT?
Yes, I'm the person that if you're playing a video game and you're streaming, I bust in and I try to get you for being a terrorist.
Hold on. Can you be a SWAT NPC?
The SWAT
Oh,
NPC.
so he'll just kind of.
I just kind of see him against the wall every
Yeah.
now and then. Just,
Well, but you know swatting, right? Like people have died from that.
Yes.
Andrew's is a terrible taste joke. I would
is.
never.
no.
So yeah, it was like people who got beef with someone else. Like if I don't like Andrew, I'll call the FBI and say that I think he's a terrorist and that he's building bombs. And then I'm watching his stream as the FBI ransacks his house and put a gun on him.
Yeah, my room is dirty,
It's,
so good
it's a
luck.
real thing. Like that's something that's really happened. It's
no.
Yeah, it's real. People died, for real.
People have died.
Wow.
Where some gamer has a controller in his hand. And
I would tell you this. I would never want anyone to do it. God, no. That's fucking horrible. But, like, if it happened to me, I put that shit right on YouTube.
You would get so many. You would
I
get
know.
so many views.
I know. Right.
hold on, let me
that
finish
shit-
this email. Omni.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. There's Christopher Titus. You guys know who Christopher Titus
Yeah.
is, comedian.
Yeah.
He's
had a
got a
show.
great bit where he talks about. Remember the whole. What was that lady's name? She was brain dead.
Marge. Oh,
Shriver. Terry Schiavo.
Yeah.
Terry Schiavo. Yeah.
Terry Schiavo
So he
is
talks about that. And he
kind
goes.
of alive-o.
He goes. They keep her alive because there weren't enough witnesses. And he goes, as my 250 witnesses, if I'm ever brain dead, kill Titus.
yeah.
Unless, really funny. Like if I'm sitting here going, ah, film it, share it, let my family get some of the profits.
Yeah.
And then when you get tired of laughing at me, kill Titus.
Yeah.
And don't kill me. And he goes, don't kill me like they did with Terry Schiavo, mean by starving me to death. No, strap me onto a motorcycle. Let's break Evel Knievel's record.
I remember there was this, getting back like in the Halloween feel of thing, there was a TV show that came on, I think it was Showtime back in the day, but it was called Masters of Horror. And they had different horror film directors do these shorts, kind of like Tales from the Crypt. Right. But it was just like one-offs. And there was this one, and it was right around the Terry Schiavo thing. And it was a guy whose wife was in an accident, and she was brain dead and hooked up to a hospital. So there was the whole fight of him saying,
Right.
she needs to let go. We need to let her go. These were her wishes. And her family is like, no, you're not going to let our daughter die. We're going to keep her hooked up to these machines. She's going to live. And the guy is like, no. Like, these were her last wishes. And it's this whole legal battle. And then he goes home, and his mistress, who he's been fucking like on the side, comes over, and she's like a young, hot girl.
As you do.
Titties sticking out. And the guy gets into a hot tub, and the girl like goes to the bathroom, which is always hot when a girl goes. When a girl comes over and she's like, "Hey, before I get in this hot tub, let me take a shit real quick."
Yeah.
So he's in the hot tub. All of a sudden, the lights flicker around his house, and his wife is all burned up and gross, and she's in the hot tub, and she shoves her hands on his chest and starts like electrocuting him. And then she goes away, but he's got these red marks on his chest. And then he gets a phone call from the hospital saying, "Hey, we just want to let you know, like your wife technically died for a few minutes, but we were able to bring her back." And then he goes, "Hey, so we got to keep my wife alive for as long as possible." And her family is like, "No, you were right. We gotta let her go." And he's like, "No.
Oh, we're good.
You ever you know the Cinemax? You ever watch the show Emmanuel and just jerk
Blackie
off?
Manuel."
Just jerk off.
I remember Blackie Manuel.
Yep.
That was the one that I
Oh.
saw. But that was the song too. Blackie Manuel.
It was French, wasn't it? It was
Yeah,
like
it
a
was
French thing. Yeah, that's right.
I never looked at their lips. So I
You
couldn't
know what
tell.
was so funny? It was
My.
we were just talking about this. Somebody posted something like, you're 15 years old, and if you're a Gen Xer of that age, you didn't have Google at that time.
Right.
No.
So you're 15. What would you Google? My immediate was, how do you get it to stop scrambling?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, the TV channel.
Yeah, although every once in a while, Playboy would do those free,
Yes.
like you get free weekend.
Right.
Hell yeah.
But
And they'd
that
have
was
those, like, talk
rare.
shows.
How did you know when it would happen?
They filled them up with talk shows, though. It was just people talking.
Hold on.
Yeah.
How would we know? Because it was like clockwork. As soon as it flipped over to midnight, click, we're checking it.
I
We're
didn't know
checking
that. I would've-
constantly.
if I had known that was a thing, I'd be like, I'd look left and right. Like,
Yeah, no, every once in a while, you just flip through and go, oh, wait, it's
oh.
not scrambled. I'm used to this
What?
channel being
Yeah, yeah,
scrambled.
yeah.
And then you're like, don't change the channel. It'll
but,
go away.
But you get so excited, you jerk off to it. It's like 15 minutes in, and you wasted all that free time.
Hold on a second. Jason, is this insensitive for you since you can't
It's okay. It's okay. I'm coming in spirit.
It's like,
that poor racehorse.
You fuck coasts?
did you ever do this thing where you're like, this is like, preteen kids or teenage boys are the worst.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're like, that's all we want to do is just touch ourselves.
We're disgusting.
But have you ever been like it's late night, you're watching TV, and it's like Skinamax or something, you're feeling yourself a little bit, and then the scene that's super hot cuts away, and it's just like a dude in a boardroom, and you're like, oh!
No, go back.
Wait.
back.
I think that just did it for me. Hold on.
Or
Go
if you were
back.
if you were a teenager and you were on the scramble channel and you're jerking off to what looks like a titty and then it moves a little bit and you find out it's a guy's knee.
Yeah.
You're like, oh.
Now I'm into that.
Now I know that. Yeah, exactly.
Man.
I kind of feel like maybe that's how fetishes work. Is that something happens? I went to a private Episcopalian school.
Oh.
So I was surrounded by the girls with the pleated skirts. And for some reason in my
That's why
head
you
now,
like
whenever
Japan.
even if it's like a 90-year-old lady in a pleated skirt, I'm like, hey, all right.
All right.
And now
girl?
that explains why you want to go visit Japan all the
Do you want me
time.
to help you get those mushy peas from the top shelf, man?
Oh, man.
Oh, in Japan, they do this thing where the girls stand, I forgot what it's called, but they stand with their toes facing in.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be cute, but it's like destroying their hips.
Oh. They're doing
You're
the whole
talking about
Yeah.
binding?
Yeah.
The what?
When they
No,
bind
not
their
the-
feet?
No.
They're
not
standing
binding?
like this now.
Yeah, they stand.
they stand pigeon-toed.
They stand they stand pigeon-toed because it's adorable. And you look and you see them, you're like, oh, that is adorable. But then, 20 years later, their hips are just ground into nothing because of the way they've been doing that.
How is this adorable? Just that.
Oh my gosh,
How is
you're
that
Already, right
adorable?
now, I would
Dude,
fuck you
Ali.
just the way you did that just
Come on.
now. I would.
Aren't Japanese like boys like generally like mostly shy about sexual stuff? So,
I don't know.
like,
You're
any
the only one that would know this, dude.
But like if they any sort of like slightly cute could be. Oh, my brownies are done. Any sort of slightly cute thing would probably just give them the ragingest of Japanese little bonies.
Do you know what happened to the
I think we have a new title for the
Japanese guy
podcast.
who ran into a brick wall with a full erection?
What?
He broke his nose.
Those poor people.
Oh my god.
That poor
Yeah, but
race.
can you guys pinpoint that moment as a teen or preteen that you went, oh, yep, this is it. This is my thing now.
Like when you discovered jerking off, or
No,
women?
like I was saying, I
The
can
weird
trace
thing,
back
the
like
weird thing.
the pleated skirt to school.
Something that you're into now.
Right.
Yeah.
So I remember. I don't remember, but my mom told me when I was a little kid, little guy, and I guess HBO was on, and I think some girl came out, and her boobies were out, and I pointed at the screen and go, "Mommy, buy me that." And I'm like, "Don't tell me that story. Don't tell me that, Mom."
Wow.
I would say for real though, it was around the time when Salute Your Shorts came out, because there was one girl there who was super hot.
Right.
And then it was just around that area where things started ting, ting.
Let me ask you
Nickelodeon.
this. Which girl on the Facts of Life were you after?
Oh.
If you say anyone other than Natalie, I call you a liar. You're gonna say Joe.
Joe was mine.
Joe was mine.
Joe was mine.
Joe? That dude?
Blair was like the blonde, the one that everyone was like,
goody-goody.
oh, she's
Joe-
so beautiful. But I was
Joe
like,
was the
nah.
motorcycle riding brunette that would fuck
Yeah.
you hard
Yeah.
Oh.
if you had a vagina.
Oh, I know. That one little girl that kept saying, "What you talking about, Willis?" Oh, man. I thought she was so cute. I was like, man, I'd love to hold her
Are
hand
you talking
and kiss
about
her.
Gary Coleman?
No, that's not.
I met Gary Coleman. He came into my bike shop. And
That's not Gary Coleman.
Shut up, dude.
No, actually, I never watched that show. That show didn't do it.
Well, no,
Different
you're older. You're younger. It was after your time.
he's not that much
It might have
younger.
been a little past.
Yeah, he is. How old are you?
It was right past 41.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
41. Yeah,
But still, reruns. Dude, Kelly Bundy.
Oh,
Okay, all right.
Okay, yes.
Now you got me
Kelly
there.
Bundy. Oh,
Okay,
man.
Okay. I just turned into.
Okay.
Here we go.
I just turned into Lethal Weapon 3.
Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci. Okay. They fuck you in the drive-thru. No, so we were just talking about this. We were talking about like crushes and stuff.
Yeah.
Who was your first crush?
Blondie.
Blondie?
Blondie.
Your first celebrity crush?
Blondie, the Call Me video. The Call Me video.
Mine, Alyssa Milano.
Okay.
Who's the boss?
yeah,
we were about the same age.
Oh,
right?
that's good too.
Oh man,
agree. Andrew?
I got a whirlwind, man. Pink Power Ranger. I got.
I literally watched a Pink Power Ranger costume walk by.
You don't even see you don't even see their faces.
Oh, you do before they turn, before
Oh,
they
you do?
transform, yeah.
Before they turn like
What's her name?
zombies.
Amy Jo?
Before they turn.
Amy Jo Johnson?
Amy Jo, take my Johnson. Then man, I had a lot, man.
Large
Dark
Marge.
Angel. Remember Dark Angel?
yes.
Jessica Alba.
Yeah.
Oh my.
We're kind of bouncing all over the place, but like when you said Power Ranger,
We're
maybe
bouncing.
the original Power Ranger,
Yeah.
where it was the Asian Power Ranger.
I didn't like Trini, Todd.
But I'm saying she was the Yellow Ranger.
Yes.
And
Oh, yeah.
Zach, the Black Ranger, was the Black
Black
Ranger.
Ranger, right, yeah,
and you
man.
remember how the cartoons used to have like a character from the next show going like, "It's me, Batman. Stay tuned for." I remember before the Power Rangers one came on, you could just again, there's no visual here.
Yeah.
There's just the audio of the actor going, "Hey, it's Zach, the Black Power Ranger," and I was like, "You need an image there. Like, we need to know that that's that
Dude,
it's not."
They later knew how problematic.
I'm they made a hard turn after that.
Actually, that whole show was just very. There's a
Oh,
lot
the
of problems.
Green Ranger is Irish. Oh, tighty tight.
Oh, well, I mean, like what they did that poor Blue Ranger, man, making him feel like shit for being.
I'm the Blue Ranger.
All right.
My first kind of celebrity crush, you guys,
Yeah.
one Miss Deborah Gibson.
Oh.
Wait,
Yes.
from what? What's that? What's
Bobby
she from?
approves
yeah.
of that one.
What is she from?
Yeah, I don't know. I
Debbie
don't know.
Gibson?
Debbie Gibson. Oh my God.
Electric Youth.
I have no idea. I have
You
no idea.
Just can't
motherfucker.
shake your love. Shake your love.
Nope,
Isn't it-
I
not
just
even on
can't
my
shake
Is
radar.
it Debbie Gibson or is it Tiffany that does I Think We're Alone Now?
That's
That's
Tiffany.
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 Although
Yeah.
I would have thrown one at Tiffany.
Oh, yeah. Hell
If
yeah.
she was after a
I'm there with
12-year-old,
Tiffany.
I was ready to go.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Actually,
are you-
Wendy has a Tiffany vibe.
Oh.
So Debbie
Yeah.
Gibson also did Playboy like later on.
Yes.
Oh, was that
So
that
did
something
Marge
that?
Simpson.
Oh, Homer.
Homer, I'm ovulating.
Oh, that's right. She's more.
I
was like,
had
that was the worst Marge Simpson.
No, I was
ever.
doing the Family Guy wife. That's the wrong way.
I had
Marge.
Debbie Gibson
Cheetah.
pictures on the wall.
Oh, like the Teen Beat, Tiger
yeah.
Beat stuff?
Oh yeah. I had Debbie Gibson
know,
pictures on
wow.
my wall, and I remember I did this challenge with my parents. That was if I didn't watch
Who comes
TV,
first?
yes. It was
Your mom will lost.
if I didn't watch TV for 1 year, I got $500 and a video camera.
Oh.
Jesus.
But think about it.
did
That's
you
a
do
whole,
it?
Yeah, I went a whole year. But I remember
Wow.
the newspaper did a story on me. And like what I did, because it was this whole like young boy doesn't watch TV for a year, bet with his parents. And what I ended up doing is I ended up collecting old radio shows. Like Arch Oldler's Lights Out Everybody
Abbott and
and
Costello.
stuff like Abbott and Costello, all of those things that they sold at Cracker Barrel
Yeah.
on audio cassette. And when they came to my house to take a picture of me for the paper, I'm in my room and there's just Debbie Gibson posters all over the wall. I
Man.
was like, little do they know, later on I was spanking it.
Do you remember when the first time you saw your crush naked? Because I remember the first time I saw Alyssa Milano in a movie, and then I saw her boobs. I'm like, oh God, I can't go to school tomorrow. Oh my God.
I don't think I've ever seen Blondie naked.
I'm sure now it's not too hard.
Yeah.
I saw Hulk Hogan naked.
Ew.
You saw that was your first crush?
Great tits, though. Great tits.
No, he had
come here, brother.
he had a sex tape leak, right?
Come here, brother.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I'm just kidding.
Why don't you let these 24-inch titties go wild on you?
And my
rips his shirt
I just
off.
went into snapping his
6-inch python.
You ever heard of a girl who's like, oh my God, Hulk Hogan is so hot? You ever heard anybody say
No.
that?
No.
Right, exactly.
Although you know who got the raw end of the deal? It was Roddy Piper.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he was always the bad guy.
He
to,
was.
to Hulk Hogan's,
Yeah.
you know,
Right,
hero.
yeah.
Oh, right.
But really,
He was fantastic.
yeah, he was Canadian. which I always forget until you rewatch They Live, which
Yeah.
is, have you seen They Live?
That's great.
Yeah, and you
That
forget
fight scene.
he's like this badass guy walking down the street, and he sees a commotion. He's like, "What's that about?" And I went, "Oh yeah,
right, he's Canadian, eh?
yeah." But they've got that fight scene in there that's ridiculous,
Super violent.
You know, he's like in real life. He's like the nice. He's got to be the
He's
nicest.
dead.
He's
guy.
dead. He's dead
so-
now.
You know, in real life, he's got to be the best guy to be around right now.
Not right now. No.
I love that interview with Bill Maher, where he almost beats the shit out of Bill Maher because he's like, it's
Roddy
fake,
Piper?
guys. Yeah, Roddy Piper.
yeah.
It's Roddy Piper. It's Sting is on there, and a couple other panels, and they're like, it's fake. He goes, but how can you really get injured? It's fake. And he goes, he just gets pissed, and then
Yeah.
I can't remember if he slaps him because there's one thing where he slaps him. He goes, is that fake?
Yeah.
Does that feel fake to you?
Yeah.
He goes, does that feel fake to
A
you?
buddy of mine I was never really big into wrestling, but I did love that Hulk Hogan and Friends cartoon on Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
But I remember like a friend of mine who was really into wrestling would get these behind the scenes videos. These dudes are fucking cutting themselves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Oh,
are.
yeah.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Dusty Rhodes that's
Yeah.
why his forehead.
They're
If
legit.
you
Yeah.
look at it, it looks like lines.
They're
man.
legit. Not to bring it back to Halloween. Do you guys remember something like you watch from a horror thing? Like one of the first things that really like just like you're like, ooh, this
Scared the shit out of you?
Scary as fuck.
Exorcist.
Like it bothers you. Exorcist.
Exorcist.
Okay.
'Cause I was a
And-
kid. I was a kid when I saw that, and I was raised Catholic.
Oh, so that was real.
So
To you.
yeah, so like I was, and by the way, Hispanic Catholic is different.
That's
'cause,
true.
Like they believe in voodoo and all the shit. And it's like, Mijo, you don't fuck with Ouija boards. They're like, okay, because they will come after you.
I
And
think
that
with
one,
the
I
wig-
remember just thinking, oh, this is based on a true story, guys. This could happen. I remember freaking out.
The wig and the face paint and stuff. When you say Mexican, I'm like, oh, you're not Mexican. you no longer look Mexican.
I look like Nacho Libre.
Oh, that's right. They got a
Nacho.
curly wig. Yeah.
What about you, Jason? The thing that
Yeah,
stuck
yeah.
out?
Amityville Horror. I was way too young. My dad was dating my stepmother. Well, they were just dating at the time.
Yeah.
And I was this little kid, maybe 5, when that movie came out, and we
Right.
went to the theater, and I had nightmares for weeks. But the thing I still remember is seeing the toilets, blood coming out of the toilets.
Yeah, and you're used to seeing it go into the toilet.
I see it go into the toilet now. Yeah. But yeah, and I've seen that movie since. It sucks now.
Yeah, that's what happens. My thing. It was Night of the Living Dead or Return of the Living Dead, maybe.
The comedy one.
More cops.
Yeah.
I just watched that the other night again.
So there's a zombie in the basement that is released from like
Yeah.
the
Yes, the little-
tub.
right,
But-
sludgy.
But he's like got this like mask, whatever to make the zombie, and he goes brains, and he's like that creeped me the hell out. Like for some reason that segment like oh like that freaked me. Oh my god, it's
Oh, Melanie.
oh my.
Are you a
God.
pretty princess?
Did
No, Melanie is wearing candy because it goes along with her death story.
Oh my
did
god.
Rainbow Bright just no?
I am so excited.
Badass Queen.
No, that's not badass because Badass Queen isn't playing tonight. Tonight, everyone has a new song.
For the viewers that not viewing right now, for listeners, Melanie has a candy cane sticking out between her legs. It's really weird.
And now it's gone. Oh,
gone.
no, there it is
No,
again.
it's back
Nope,
out
now
again.
it's gone.
That's a gift, Melanie. That is a gift.
So
It's weird how you can see the candy cane when she turns around.
look,
I think
she's
I'm cured. I
She's
think
a
I'm
ring
cured.
pop sticking out.
You know what? You know what really scared me? It wasn't a scary movie,
Right.
but to this day, I don't even remember the rest of the movie. But do you guys remember the movie with Robert Downey Jr.?
Apollo 13.
No, yes, it was Less Than Zero.
Oh yeah.
Less Than Zero. Okay, the scene where he's strung out and he's sucking a dick for drugs. Like that was so fucking real to me. Like I was like, oh, and it scared the shit. To this day, that's still. I'm like,
Watching
I
him
will
suck
only do
dick?
crack
Every time he
minimally.
sucks dick, he,
I won't do
it-
crack a lot because I don't want to get to that point.
Right. Right.
For me, because I saw The Exorcist also when I was really little, but I think immediately following, because it was on HBO when I saw it, I was like 6 or something, 5 or 6. And immediately following it was like a behind the scenes little mini documentary. And I remember they showed them putting makeup on Reagan in the
Yes.
bed. And that like completely changed my life because I went, oh, she wasn't alone in that
Right.
room. There were 40 people standing around. And that from that moment on, I loved horror movies because I was like, oh yeah, it's the illusion
Yeah.
that they're creating.
Yeah.
But that being said, and I've said this on the podcast before, Exorcist 3 was
scene,
that
yeah.
moment, has that one jump scare, the most beautiful, most brilliantly crafted jump scare, scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And to this day, when it's coming, I'm like, I know that it's coming. I know who's not coming, Jason. But I know when it's coming, and I still get like super creeped out, and I'm like, fuck.
You know what shouldn't have been a jump scare for me? And watching this like recently, watch the first Friday the 13th and that ending.
Oh, yeah.
in the
When he
boat.
comes out of the...
Like, it shouldn't have been. It shouldn't have been me. I've seen the whole movie. Wasn't scary at all for me. It was like, oh, man,
Yeah.
but for its time, it's great. But when he came out of that boat,
Yeah.
that was so
Because the
good.
monster was already killed.
Speaking of.
Oh, yeah, my
you are-
costume.
You are.
I'm Jason.
Yeah, nice.
Jason
Uh,
as Jason.
I'm Jason as Jason.
There was a
And
breakdown.
in the original, how many did Jason kill?
In the original, 0.
There you go.
Yeah. There was a breakdown of
Well, except for the people in the boat, maybe.
Friday the 13th. Well, no, that was a dream sequence because that girl starts off in
0.
Oh, that's
part
right.
2.
That's right. That's right.
So there was a breakdown. Has anyone here seen Friday the 13th Part 2?
Part 2, yeah.
A couple people?
Yeah.
Wow.
So let me give you a refresher. How Part 2 starts is the girl who survived the original movie wakes up in the middle of the night. She's back at her home.
Yeah.
And she hears something, and she walks out into the living room, and
Yes.
tension is building.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's an open window, and as she gets to the open window, a cat meow
Yes, yeah.
jumps in. She's like, oh, that was scary. And then she goes to the refrigerator to get something to drink. And when she opens it up,
Yeah.
there's a severed head staring right back at her.
Yeah.
And then she freaks out, turns around. There's Jason, stabbed.
Yeah.
She's dead.
I know
Now,
what you're gonna say.
With a bag on his head.
with a bag on his head. This is the breakdown that I thought was fucking hysterical.
Yeah.
They're like, imagine from Jason's point of view what had to happen to make this event take place. First of all, he has to find out where she lives.
Yes,
Yeah.
right.
He has to get there. So Jason's walking to the next town over, bag on his head.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't drive. He died as a child. And then he gets to her house.
Spoiler.
And first of all, he has to know, I'm going to scare her with a cat first.
Yeah.
That's right.
But then, after everyone's been scared by a cat, the first thing they're going to do is get a drink. So I'm going to put the head in the refrigerator. So then it's envisioning
You got to
Jason
keep it fresh.
putting the head in the refrigerator a couple of times, adjusting it, just to make sure it's at the right angle.
While
He
she's
opens
sleeping.
He looks in it.
Yeah.
Closes it, open it again.
Hold on.
And he's got to make
Yeah.
sure she stays sleeping.
You know,
And
at
then-
some point, he's like, hold on. Hey, Freddie, I'm going to send you this picture. Does it look right to you? Is it good? I knew I needed to move it.
But
No,
then it's
this was
also,
pretext.
So he's outside. He makes the noise so she wakes up. He waits till that moment that he can fling that cat up into the window.
Yeah.
And he hears her scream. Then he's like, "Yeah, I got her." And then he's got to sneak into the window.
Ninja
and then
style.
He's hiding behind a couch while she's in the fridge opening it up. All right, we do need to wrap it up.
That would be a great movie, showing all the behind the
Jason.
scenes
Actually, I was
setups.
I was just going to say that. Nice.
Jason.
We got to wrap things up. Ali,
Yes?
what did you learn today?
I learned that a lot of people are fun and excited for Halloween.
Yeah.
Jason, what did you learn today?
I learned that I still can't come. I still can't come.
Andrew, what did you learn tonight?
I learned that my deep-seated long childhood crush was Gary Coleman.
Melanie, what did you learn tonight?
Everything I've ever needed to know about Andrew.
And I learned something tonight too.
What did you learn, Todd?
Not a lot of people know the reference of Gary Coleman in the bike shop. All right, we're Mama's Comedy Show. We're here every Friday night at 9 p.m. Go to www.mamascomedyshow.com to get tickets. Ali, where can people find you?
Hey, Ali Flores Comedy on all of the social medias.
Jason, where can people find you?
Acting Jason on all of the social medias here at Mama's Comedy Show, RAI Improv in Daytona, and Corner Gallery Improv as well in
I'm
Castleberry.
gonna bleep those out. Andrew, where can people find you?
You can find me at Random Acts of Sanity in Daytona. Also, find me on Twitch, twitch.tv, Omnigun, OMNIGUNN. Also,
That's what makes me Q-U-M-M.
is my. Also, you can find me there. If you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to me for free, and it gives me money. Also, and my Instagram is Omnigun, OMNIGUN.
All right, and find me. Just find me. Look for my books on Amazon.
Yeah.
Just search my name, Todd
They're
Trent.
good.
All right, we'll see you guys next week. Bye. Happy Halloween.
Oh my God, I did it.
He's doing it. Oh, it's in my eye.